Hello Pisces, and welcome to your July 2022 reading. So, I meditated on your energy and what Spirit wanted to talk to you about. This month, right away we enter Queen of Swords, Knight of Pentacle, and Seven of Swords. The Knight of Pentacle always represents our growth, the slow growth on the pentacle level. That means on the material, this world, our expansion in this world, what we bring forward that is either coming slowly towards me or that we bring towards outside. Queen of Swords is about how we perceive what is in front of us, our perception, because the feminine is always the energy coming in, masculine coming out. They have to be balanced. So, Queen of Swords, how do I perceive things in front of me? If she has grown from her past hurts and pains and traumas, she will see things with wisdom, being able to decipher through the sword of truth what is bullshit, what is real, what is behind what is presented, because she has her hand forward like this. What are you presenting? But I'm seeing exactly what it is. When she hasn't grown, when she didn't transcend, see, she's got a crown of butterfly. When she didn't transform her past experiences into wisdom, then she will see through the sword of her pain. And here they're showing the Seven of Swords. So this is having a very defeatist outlook of life that actually stops. The Knight of Pentacles is already slow, so having a defeatist outlook, when I see in front of me, I see thieves. I see powerless situations where I don't have any weapons. Or so of course that Knight of Pentacle will be almost stopped at that point. Then we have the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is all what talks about what we desire, what we attract towards us. And so what I truly desire cannot come. What I'm trying to attract towards me with my willpower cannot come if it is with a vision like this of things. So that means that vision, that way of seeing things, those seven swords, that disempowerment belief has to crumble. And that's why we have the Tower at the end of the month. The Tower, the way it is really a grasp of consciousness that is going to change the way you perceive what is in front of you, your reality. To remove a Seven of Swords that has been encrusted there. When we look at what is under the Queen of Swords and the Seven of Swords, we have the Eight of Cups, and we have, here is very significant, Nine of Swords, Seven of Cups, Five of Wands. When it comes to the sword, the cups, and the wands, they're all distorted. Here the mind is in agony, anxiety. How is this going to happen? How am I going to be able to do this? Especially if I have a mentality that has a Seven of Swords in it. I'm trying to figure out what is in front of me, but all of my emotional projections, okay, Seven of Cups, these are not options. This is the cloud of unknowing in front of the realm of possibilities. And if in our vibration, in what we believe, we still hold on to a fact of I can get screwed, I can lose everything, things happen to me, I have no power, then of course these will be equally projected in the realm of possibilities as, you know, I want to have a relationship, I want to have a career, I just want to be happy and peace and serene. And even when you're trying to imagine victory, see there's a little skull on the glass. It's never complete. There's always this stain. So when it comes to actually driving your will towards it, it's all over the place. This is all over the place energy, and we don't know what to do with it, and I want to move forward, but this is actually anchoring me down there, making me believe there's absolutely no options for me, no possibilities. Of course, I'm going to have to leave the emotional baggage out there. And part of you is like, yes, I know I'm not happy, I'm not fulfilled, I know there's more out there, but I don't know how to make that trip to go get the Ace of Cup. I don't know. I'm all conflicted about it. I'm trying to imagine what that cup would be, and it's all over the place. And then my mind is telling me, forget about it. You don't have what it takes. Paf. Thief in the night. So when it comes to acknowledging what I desire, Eight of Swords. Yes, but, yes, but, yes, but. And I say acknowledging what I desire because it's one thing to know this is what I want, but then we have to believe that we have the power to go and get it. Because if we don't believe we have the power to go and get it, it just creates a frustration, a stress, anxiety, defeatism, depression, because we're not expanding anymore. We're looking at something that is unreachable. Under that, I have, of course, the Five of Pentacles. That's another reason why, you know, you have a hard time believing it. But there's the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cup. So what that tells me is this extra cup of love is already there around you, Pisces. This seed that can be planted and grown is already there, but you don't take it. It's floating here, but you believe you have nothing. You believe you cannot receive. You believe you are abandoned by the universe, by the people around you, by society, by yourself. You have abandoned yourself at this point. So do you see how strong this is? Like a huge cage, okay? Eight of Swords, yes, a huge mental cage that has a lot of emotional backup to reinforce these bars, and your Queen of Swords doesn't seem to be able to see a way out. And it blocks your Queen of Wands. So of course we need that tower. That tower to break down this structure, because you will never be able to reach that happiness, that fulfillment in any shape or form you need it to take in this life. You'll never be able to reach it having this type of prison. So the tower, that lightning of the divine, is not going to come as a miracle, because the towers are not, who all of a sudden I find a, you know, $10,000 check on the floor. Yay! There's my miracle. It gets me out of my situation here. No, the tower is a lightning that shoves a crown off of that structure. A crown, this is how we rule our mind, our world, our empire, our four elements. And this is a, no, you haven't succeeded. So we fall down in order to rebuild again. But there's always a download with it. There's always information with it. It says, no, this is not how you're going to do it. And it's like, oh my God, I see it now. But how? The how is in those golden nuggets here that are falling at the same time. This is the direction, because it's in the shape of the letter Yod in Hebrew, which is the hand of God, the finger of God giving a direction, giving support. It is there at the same time. It's not just a slap. It's also like, here, look that way. Look that way, I have the Chariot. So that means the look that way. If you want a movement forward, if you want to see that Chariot does not advance well with the Eight of Swords around him. He is stagnant, or he breaks down. What guides him, what is the fire behind him, is that 8-pointed star on his forehead. It's his aspiration. But how do I know what is my aspiration? Well, it starts with what you love. Page of Cups. Let's take that cup first. By knowing what you love and actually taking it and moving in it slowly, this will bring you the capacity to grasp the pentacle after. So this is so that you can reach, for the ones of you that this speaks to, of course. Bottom of the deck, I have the Nine of Wands. And when you look at the Nine of Wands, look how afraid he is to get out there. This is another prison. These two characters have something in common. They are both in a prison of their making. This one with its beliefs, and this one with his willpower, protecting himself. I'm not going out there because I'm actually expecting another hit on my head. This is what I perceive in front of me, that I'm going to get screwed. How do I get down? And because of that, I go through all of this. But the Eight of Wands is a beautiful energy that can be switched, because one part it says, yes, that, but you're almost done. The Nine of Wands is also, I like to call it, my pirate. I don't know if you've heard that in one of my readings, but see, you have like these two guys that go on the sea. One will, of course, hit a couple of storms, as we all do in life. We will hit a couple of storms. So one of those guys, they will go back to the marina and they will be, oh my God, out there can be hell. I can die, I can drown, I cannot trust the sea. I'm gonna wait till, the forecast is perfect, and I'm gonna wait till I have a boat that can be a submarine at the same time. Until then, I will not move because I am afraid of what can happen out there. And then you have the other guy that's like an old pirate. And he's like, bring it on. I survived 9 storms, and I've got the experience of 9 storms, and I know I can do it. And I trust my boat because I trust me. I trust my knowledge. I know it will not be sunset on the sea forever, but bring it on, because that's life. So he becomes stronger from the 9 wands instead of stopping there. So this is a bit what's going to happen to you. Let's see. Let's clarify this for Pisces. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Pisces for the month of July. So this will become very obvious for you, Pisces. It's like if what was left in your old waters will become that prevent you from following your fire. And we will have, we are entering into Leo next month, at the end of the month there, after the 21st. And this is probably where it's going to become even more obvious, the contrast of expansion, self-expression, and all of that, and the old wounds that you've kept that are preventing you to have that courage and that I'm just going to go for it, bring it on. The contrast will become more obvious. And at one point, the tower will come to unshackle you. From anxiety, fear, beliefs that are holding you down. Let's look at that Queen of Swords and the Seven of Swords, Knight of Pentacle. Two of Cups, Ten of Cups. For a lot of you, of course, you're at the end of your Ten of Cups, okay? We're not living Seven of Cups here and needing an Ace of Cup if we have attained the ultimate Ten of Cups, okay? And because we go through Tens of Cups often in our lives. Ten of Cups when I'm 15, maybe my first kiss. Ten of Cups when I'm 25, maybe a promotion or whatever, okay? This is the stage where you can feel and share emotions with others. You can see the beauty, the joy within everything. And of course, all of your emotions, your cups, are in the air with light going through it. No more old wounds, making projections and things like that. So the more we get conscious, the higher the Ten of Cups becomes, or more complex, or more profound, name it like you want. It all has to do with the connections in your life. Because I have the Two of Cups. For some of you in love, just going out there and accepting a cup from somebody can be hugely challenging because you've been abandoned, because you've been betrayed, because you have a hard time being able to visualize a healthy relationship that wouldn't have some kind of betrayal behind the scene happening, and that creates anxiety for you, and that creates this conflict within when it comes to just moving forward to that. It doesn't have to be in romance, it can be in any connections with others here. Two of Cups. Let's look at that Queen of Wands. So even if you deeply desire commitment or something like that, it's blocked. And here with the Queen of Wands, I have the High Priestess and the High Priest, the Hierophant, Pope, whatever. They are the feminine and the masculine of the spiritual world, let's say, like the Emperor and the Empress. The High Priestess has the connection with the divine, has the connection with cosmic intelligence that hasn't been written. And the Pope, he is the one that applies it in this life. So we have these two within ourselves, in our, like the Emperor and the Empress. So the Pope here is going to try and apply as above, so below, to cosmic knowledge, to divine intelligence, morality, comprehension of this situation here. And then the Tower. So it is through the will of I want to fix this. I want to fix this, guided by the divine, that is going to bring the Tower. Yeah, because your old heartaches cannot keep you in a prison anymore. You need to be able to be free, to move about with a wand in your hand, to have this, yeah, I'm excited about what is coming. Not I'm full of anxiety, I have a hard time projecting it, I'm sure I'm going to get screwed and I'm staying protected here. No, Page of Wands. The Tower is going to come down to bring down this structure so that you can be walking with a new fire. Okay? So, let's look at the Eight of Cups. Oops, that was... Okay, so yes, taking the decision. See, if I put, they're all reversed except for our Nine of Wands. So very hard to leave with my wand to go get that cup if I'm like this. So of course the energies of going to get that cup, knowing what I love, what I want to bring forward, maybe my aspiration. Maybe I'm preventing myself to do all of that because of connections I had in the past that were showing me defeat and all of this, and I bought it. Okay, so it's very hard for me to move with my cup or even accept my cup. I am stuck in this position that has a hard time healing, and I cannot, for the love of me, make the decision to actually go forward. Seven of Cups, Nine of Swords, Five of Wands. And that's why the Tower has to come down, so that justice can come. And here, justice in your relationships, justice between you and the world. We know it rules the seventh house of partnerships. Okay, so for a lot of you Pisces, it's your connection with others and the pain that came from it that is blocking you. Okay, it's the house of relationships, partnerships, also called the house of hidden enemies. But how do we have hidden enemies? It's when somewhere inside we actually mirror them. Oh, there's the Two of Cups. That's when we mirror them. So, oh, I would never say that to somebody else. That complete disempower belief. Or I would never do that to somebody else. Rob them of, their dreams or whatever. No, but maybe you would do it to yourself. We meet people when somebody is awful to you and it hurts. The only way it can hurt is if you believe what they've said. And if you believe what they've said, it's because you've said it to yourself. Maybe you heard it the first time from a parent when you were 5, and that's where you bought it. That can be, how you got to this point. But that's just projection. The fact is that this kind of mirror has to stop because it is actually preventing you from moving forward. So in order for justice to come, so that means that, the world outside is in a more balanced way with me, not just people, but the universe also. That means I need to rise within myself also, like a seesaw, so that it's more balance, equilibrium. The Tower has to break down this, break down the prison, of course. Let's look at that Eight of Swords. And here is the Ace of Wands with it. So see, under the Pope and the Queen of Wands. And this is, I am calling in the spiritual solution, or the cosmic morality solution. I am going to banish or elect use my discernment to get me out of my prison with a new fire. Because now, and here is Temperance, and we just had the Sagittarius full moon. Now I'm ready. I'm ready to do it. Let's look at those two aces. With the Five of Pentacles, we have death, transformation. This is beautiful. So that here, you know, like talk about putting a brake on your chariot with this card. Let's let it die. It's a huge transformation for you, Pisces. But it's a transformation. It's going to create a pressure, okay? You might have sometimes this month where you're like, what the heck is going on? Why are all these things coming up within myself? It's to bring you to the point where you're like, okay, I accept to be wrong. I accept to release. I accept to let die what is preventing me from being. Chariot, Chariot. Let's look at that Chariot. Going for what you truly desire, Queen of Wands, without letting you be completely disempowered right away, because you will have gone, here's our Eight of Cups, gone to go get that cup. Peace, turning the page, finally, and stop waiting. Like going inside and, oh, I am attracted to that. This is what I desire. See, it's the law of attraction, the Queen of Wands. So I will make it my aspiration. But for that, I need to love myself a little bit more, allow the universe to love me a little bit more. Here is that Page of Cups. Allow, and when I say allow the universe to love me a little bit more, the universe will have to pass through people, things, and events to bring back balance into my life, justice, and so that, you know, the waiting is over. The waiting and the doing stuff that doesn't give me anything back. So, let it crumble, Pisces. Let it crumble, because your salvation is after. I'm going to call this finding your fire, because I think that fire has been gone for a long time. Breaking free. You're breaking free, you're finding your fire, your fearlessness. So, on this, my beautiful Pisces, I'm sending you all my love and light for the month of July. If you want a private reading, the description is below. There's in the plus section under the video, there's an email. You write to me, I write to you back. Thank you for watching, sharing, commenting. Please subscribe to help grow the channel. Also, thank you for the ones of you who gave donations. It helps more than you think. And on the new moons, and the next time it's going to be the Leo new moon, I do a little ceremony to give you back. On this, all my love and light. Namaste. And I'll see you next month. All right?